We have had this discussion with you before in the Transport Committee. There was even a big fight about emails. Whether you say you have sent emails from there, but we have not received. You remember that conversation?
So we'll get the copy.
So these issues arise. But the point we are making is this: in the absence of that ownership, you see there is a document here. It is not on any institution's letterhead. It just starts by saying Nairobi City Water and Sewerage responses to the Senate Investment Committee, Public Investments Committee. This letter has no. These are now the responses. It is not signed anywhere. It is not on letterhead. So in the absence of that covering letter, then really these responses do not belong to anyone. That is a major issue.
The letter written to the Senate, you know, you don't sign every page. The letter written to the Senate has this as the attachment.
That's what I'm saying.
We have no reason not to respond on those issues.
So you just need to show us the receipted copy, and then we close the matter.
Honorable members, I'm just waiting for communication from the clerk on the stamped letter. If the stamped letter comes, then members will decide on the way forward. But as it is now, the documents in the files prepared by Nairobi City Water, they are not signed anywhere. They're just plain document. If you are given this file, you may not know what it is, who the owner of these documents are.
Chair.
So that would be a serious problem.
Chair, maybe just one moment. The clerk, unless I had my own things, the clerk has indicated that the document before us arrived this morning. Did I hear that? Am I going to hear that? If the documents arrived this morning and the letter arrived on the date that is being talked about, what are you talking about? Are you saying that, Governor, when you sent the letter, you said that we followed these documents on the day that they came? So then these documents, how did they arrive to us this morning? I said, why are we playing a cat and mouse game with the Senate here?
Chair.
You can't say that the forwarding letter of document that you sent, the forwarding letter came earlier, and then the documents came this morning. I mean, and that's why this is an issue of timeline.
Honorable members, I want us to be very clear. The clerk indicated that the document they received today, but the same document were received earlier. Can you clarify that position? Because there are two receipts that have come, one today and another one earlier. The one that came today came via email, according to the clerk.
Chair said we have received the documents within timeline, although those documents were not signed and owned. And I further said the documents that were received today are also not owned. That's what I meant.
Chair.
So, Chair, the first documents were not owned. Today's documents are also not owned. So what are we doing?
Chair, let me Chair, you know, we are arguing about the same thing. I think what we need to do between the Senate, the clerk of the Senate and the county government, let's wait for whichever letter comes first that will show there was a receipt meant from there with a decision. Otherwise, the Chair, we are just talking around.
Yeah, that's why I say,
if we get a letter from the members, if we get a letter that is stamped received from the clerk's office, then we will know that the documents were actually sent in time on that date when the documents was received. But without that letter, it becomes a bit difficult. I understand the situation, honorable members. So the clerk, if that letter is not there, let us know. If the letter is there, please bring it, stamped letter, so that if the letter is stamped, we will proceed, honorable members.
But Chair, this is my own personal advice to this committee, that whenever there is conflict between an entity and your own staff as to what the true status is, always believe your staff. We have gone through this in other committees as well. In the Committee of Transport, we have had this problem with this same entity, that they claim they have sent documents on time and they have no physical. Because if you came, if you wanted to show this, to demonstrate this, it's very easy, and the county attorney is there. The county attorney knows that if you have a receipt, it is for you to produce a receipt. It can't be for the clerk to look for the receipt. Because the question has been posed to you. But anyway, Chair, I don't know what you want to guide as you wait.
Chair, there is no guiding in this.
As we wait for the confirmation, maybe we could process a few other issues that I had requested the committee to allow me to raise as A or B, because it revolves around the same issues of correspondence.
Chair, may you look at the synchrony between the letter that the clerk received, right? Or rather, the alleged letter that the clerk received vis-a-vis the letter that the auditor received. Can we get harmony between those two?
Senator,
Can you just ask the auditor if they are dated the same day?
the letter that the auditor received is from Nairobi Water. Is not from the governor. Because us, we wrote a letter to the governor. So the governor was responding to us. But the responses were, I believe they were done by Nairobi Water. So Nairobi Water wrote to the auditor with an attached letter. That is the letter they have.
On different
the same
dates.
letter.
On different dates.
What dates are indicated there, auditor?
Chair, the letter received from Nairobi City County is dated on the 17th of June 2025, signed by the Managing Director and also copied to the Clerk of the County Assembly of Nairobi.
17th June. And from the governor it was 20? What time? 26th of June.
16.
16th. Senator Amida?
No, I just wanted to say that Bwana Governor, being the CEO of the county under Article 179, I think you should have just made sure that all these documentations, and if I had Yusuf right, was that he said such copies also sent on soft copies, and the soft copies also could suffice.
Chair,
Yes,
the
Governor.
document that I sent with the responses was received by the Senate on the 20th of June 2025. I have the stamped copy that is being printed. It is stamped received at the Senate.
So you can table it.
Chair, I've asked a substantive
This
question.
is a scan. When you do that, we scan.
Chair, I've asked a substantive question. If the letter to the auditor went on the 17th, how is it possible that the letter to us came on the 16th?
Because I'm
Dated
not
on the
wrote
16th.
to the Senate.
Was it an anticipation? Yeah, I have the letter.
Chair, the question
Very
was whether the letter was owned, whether it came on time. Your clerk has told you it came on time,
Yeah.
and I have the evidence that it was received by yourselves. I think we are splitting hairs for nothing. Let's go to the substance, Chair, respectfully.
Yeah.
And I have it here, received by the Senate.
Yeah, let me have a look at that letter.
Yeah, I'm getting it printed.
So meanwhile, as we are waiting for the letter from the clerk and this other letter tabled by the governor, Senator Sifuna, what is the issue?
Yeah, Chair, there were a few issues that I had hoped that we would have a conversation with the governor, and it is revolving around water issues in Nairobi. Governor, in all honesty, I also have a problem with the office in terms of how they treat correspondence. Your office never responds to correspondence. And this is not just from me. I have letters here from members of the county assembly addressed to your various departments, and the complaint is the same throughout the leadership of Nairobi, that your office does not respond to correspondence. The first one letter, Chair, I had a meeting with a section of those leaders that I've spoken about, and I had written to you on the 27th of May 2025. This letter was received in the office on the 28th of May 2025. I have a copy here with me, Chair, and it was regarding water connections in Ruai Ward. And there has been no response, Governor. I had occasion to run into Engineer Muguna at the airport a few weeks back, and I asked him the same question, but there has been no response. So it becomes very difficult for us as representatives of the people to give feedback to the people when we can't ourselves be given that information. So perhaps we could start there, Chair. If the governor is in a position to answer this today, because this is the only place we can now have this conversation, it is possible. You can say maybe you will need time to answer, but maybe that's because the water company is there. The residents of Ruai are concerned about delayed household water connections. And the information we got was that the major pipeline project by Athi Water Works and Nairobi Water was largely complete. There are over 22,000 households that have paid 5,000 shillings each for connections, and yet those connections have not been had. Is it possible for us as the people of Nairobi to get a response today on that particular issue? Secondly, Honorable Chair, there's a meeting that I held with residents associations from Roysambu constituency. Specific issues were raised to do with the construction of sewerage system, specifically in Roysambu ward, and the complaint there, Honorable Governor, was that the residents of Nyati Drive in that particular ward were omitted from the construction of the sewerage that was going on. And perhaps you can also, if it is possible today, Governor, give a response so that the people of Nyati Drive know the current situation. Thirdly, Honorable Chair, there was a request from the Honorable Sospita Mumbi, who's the MCA for Roysambu, for construction of a borehole at GSU Primary School and Secondary School in Roysambu Ward. There's a letter to you, Honorable Governor, to your Chief Officer for Water, and it is received on the 21st of February 2024, which is more than a